associated with the club has an opinion on what happens next when it comes to Old Trafford and the surrounding area. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it'd be a shame to lose it, obviously, because the memories, not just from when we played, but obviously over the years, there's some great memories here. And I think if what you see now with football clubs, the stadiums are all obviously moving forward, and I'm sure whatever decision the club make will be the right one. I think there's a lot of land around here as well, which would be great to see the infrastructure built up, and maybe some hotels and shopping centres as well.
I think the ideal scenario for me personally would be, if it's doable, would be to do what Real Madrid have done at the Bernabeu. If you can do it on the same site and just regenerate it and bring it up to date and make it kind of future-proof it for a long period of time, that would be the perfect scenario. But we just don't know the ins and outs and the behind the scenes of what is possible and what isn't.
You mentioned those ins and outs. Obviously, Gary Neville is a member of the Regeneration Task Force. Would you have wanted that call?
No, you've got to be a busy fella to be on that. Yeah. Gaz fits that perfectly.
Gaz is into everything, isn't he? But that's probably a bit above my head.
Real, when it comes to the surrounding area, obviously all sorts of things might be on the table. There could be new statues. Do you think one for the club's all-time top goal scorer?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if there isn't one. I think what he achieved here, what he done, what he means to the club, and what he won. I'd be very surprised if that isn't a conversation when they're discussing what they're going to do with this stadium, because you see some stadiums that have gone up for players at different clubs, etc. And Wayne's surpassed a lot of what those guys have done.
Right, let's move our attention to today.
What about my one?
Well, weigh in.
No, don't be silly.
Just no.
Don't embarrass yourself, it's fine.
Well, on that conversation, Jamie Carragher's again been talking about the best centre-backs the Premier League's ever seen, and he's still talking about Virgil van Dijk. How do you feel when you hear that? Does it bother you?
Listen,
He's only won one Premier League title, it's worth pointing out.
Yeah, everyone can have their opinion, it's fine. I mean, Jamie, obviously, he's got his preferences, which is fine. He's probably just still a bit bitter that he used to carry my boots at England, probably. But no, I'm joking. But no, listen, it's a game of opinions. I have opinions on players that certain people agree with and whatnot. So it is this. And listen, Virgil van Dijk's a top player, doing very well now.
I think Van Dijk's a top player, but I think sometimes it's easy to forget what the likes of Rio and Vidic and Sol Campbell, these players, actually how good they were. Yeah, I'm sure Carroll will obviously stick with his Liverpool players, but for me, Rio is much better.